Hello students, this is Mr. Byers here, and I'm going to explain the 5 components to a PE lesson. And what a component is, it's a section or a part of that PE lesson. So we have 5 different sections or parts that we're going to be going through. I'm going to name them all off, and then I'll briefly explain them, and I'll go through an example at the very end for one of our lessons. So the first component is instant activity. The second is an objective. The third is skill and knowledge. The fourth is a game. And the fifth is a check for understanding. So these 5 components make up a PE lesson. The first one, an instant activity, is a way for us to get moving right away. So after you put your name, grade, and teacher on the lesson, you'll go ahead and get started with an activity that will probably only be a 1 to 4 or 5 minute activity just to get us moving. And then we're going to move on to our objective. So that's what we're learning for the day in PE. We want to know what we're learning and why we're learning it. What's our goal for the day? We're moving on to our skill and knowledge. So that's related to the objective. So the skill we'll be learning and the knowledge we'll be learning with that will be tied to the objective. But it'll be probably a new skill will be introduced for that lesson, and we'll get practicing that skill. And then we're going to move on to a game. We'll play a game that relates again to the skill, most likely. In most cases, the game will relate to the skill, so we get that extra practice in, but we'll always have a game at the end, and then a check for understanding, which will be a separate assignment, or it'll be an assessment in Schoology that will be in that lessons folder. And I'm going to make a separate video for that. But let's go ahead and check out what that would look like in an actual lesson, which I'm using Google Forms. And in most lessons, we will have a Google form to fill out. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like. All right, so this is actually the lesson that we have that you're actually on right now. That's the lesson that I'll be showing. So this is a PE introduction with Mr. Byers. We put our name, grade, and teacher. And then this is me just saying hi. I just want to introduce myself. But we start with our instant activity right here. So we have our instant activity to start it off. Then our lesson objectives. I'll always have it on this screen, but it'll be new objectives every time. So it's really important sometimes some weeks it might just be 1, or maybe it'll be 2. It normally won't be 5 different objectives that we're learning, but it's a lot of information going over the first week. And then we have our skill and knowledge. So we have why is physical education important, Zoom information, choosing the proper shoes, star of the week, and then once I load up this video, that'll be another skill and knowledge component right there, right? And then we have our game, which is Bop It. And then a check for understanding, which won't be on this Google form. It'll always be in Schoology on a separate assignment. We just need to make sure we do that as well. And those are the 5 components to a PE lesson. That's how I'm doing the PE lessons this year. I'm really excited to get these lessons going with you because I got a lot of fun stuff planned. So looking forward to seeing you all soon. Hope you have a great rest of your day. See you later.